This is perhaps the first time top U.S. and Pakistani politicians have stood together in public to address the divisive issue of drone strikes.
We have registered our concern and will continue to do so, that drone attacks are counterproductive in terms of our relationship.
But it was immediately clear the U.S.'s remote-controlled bombing campaign in Pakistan's northern tribal region won't end anytime soon.
I think the president has made a policy as limited and as clear as is humanly possible, and he has laid out a very transparent, accountable, thorough legal justification for any counterterror policies the United States may or may not engage in.
And while the strategic allies remain at odds over the issue, it would appear both sides are committed to moving the tense relationship forward. In an earlier meeting, Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif and Secretary of State John Kerry agreed to restart strategic talks, which first began in 2010. The regular discussions ended a year later following a U.S.-led NATO air attack that killed 24 Pakistani soldiers. Relations between Pakistan and the U.S. were already severely damaged after a series of crises, including the covert U.S. raid that killed Osama bin Laden earlier that year. The resumption of high-level talks is no doubt a significant breakthrough, but there is still deep mistrust between the two countries. As well as drone strikes, some U.S. lawmakers allege Pakistan has ties to armed groups which launch cross-border attacks against American troops in Afghanistan. The Pakistani government denies the accusations. Still, it would appear the governments are serious about overcoming their past differences. Kerry also pledged to help Pakistan improve its energy sector and increase investment and trade. In another sign of improving ties, Secretary of State John Kerry hand-delivered to Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif a letter from President Obama inviting him to the White House later this year. And while it's clear both sides are determined to move on after suffering a series of setbacks, so much still divides these two allies. Imtiaz Taib, Al Jazeera, Islamabad.